for Siena. So it's Marist's turn. Jackson Price is their starting center, part of a rotation at that position, and Pasquarelli off on the right foot.
Yeah, right where he left off.
The boards by Price. Here comes Marist, some numbers. Lewis, that's Elijah Lewis on the left, spins away from the defender. Can't finish inside, though the follow is also no good. But we're going to be saying that name a lot tonight. Jaden, big man, Devin Bradford. He's a threat from downtown. Schultz is a threat from most places on the floor, and he draws the foul going to the basket.
I love how Schultz attacks.
Following his own shot, though. Daughtry, those long arms, those long strides. Pull-up was halfway down.
Really fast-paced game. Marist saw, Siena wants to run, and so far Siena's been good at getting back.
Freeman trying to get free off the screen. Bradford will fire. Elijah Lewis skies for a rebound. Good pace to this game early on. Price fires. Again, Marist on the offensive boards. Jaden Collins-Roberts, the sophomore point guard from Edison, New Jersey. Pasquarelli popping out. Daughtry again, a third chance on this possession.
Can shoot the ball.
Forced into starting duty. Peter Carey was the starting center. He's dealing with an injury right now. Price left open. He can knock that down, but Bradford chases down the rebound. And we welcome those of you who are watching Columbia and Harvard with us at 15-3 overall on the season. Teams have been trading leads so far. Nice look inside. Lewis finding Price.
Beautiful job of shot faking, drawing two defenders. Young player. You have to play him as a passer. That'd be a big blow if they don't have him.
The foul was called against Reed Ducharme, giving Marist an additional possession here. Shot attempt.
Raining out there. It's not exactly sunny and 70, and this place is packed. Great split.
Pasquarelli to the basket, draws contact, hits the floor hard, and is helped up by a couple of his teammates.
That was one of them in college. I'm gonna have to really write that down 100 times and memorize it.
Good ball movement inside. Price couldn't finish, but draws the foul.
Great cut. They want to get the ball to the baseline, and they
picked up the first half.
Siena's movement now is more crisp and clear. They're getting the ball a little bit higher.
Kyle Winters has checked into the game for Siena.
I think I saw Kyle Winters make 8 or 9 threes from about 25 feet in a row today at walkthrough. He's certainly a capable shooter.
Collins-Roberts comes up short on
recruiting through the portal and help Brendan become so much a better player. It's going to be interesting to see when Jerry brings him back with 2 fouls.
Doty spins in, out, and drops back in.
Doty for a young guy in the MAC.
That snapped a nearly 2.5 minute scoring drought for the Saints. Lewis, strong drive and the pull-up jumper.
Lewis really gets where he wants to go, and tonight he's...
Shot clock is down to 5. Lewis takes a peek. He's going to have to create. Batted away on the baseline. And it's a fresh 20-second clock here.
This is where Price has got to post up.
Tough shot by Pasquarelli. That's a 2. But a nice-looking pull-up by Josh. Caleb Macri, who has missed the last several games with an injury, is back and on the floor. Pasquarelli's shot no good. Another offensive rebound. Macri steps into it. Macri, generally the backup ball handler. Jaden Collins-Roberts is on the bench for Marist with 2 fouls. Marist is 1 for 10 from downtown. Taft. Once again, it's a 4-point game. Pasquarelli finding Price inside.
Great pass. That is where Marist is so good at setting up their cuts.
Making Coyle on the bench. Doty has kept him in this game. He's got 9 points and hasn't missed any of his 4 field goal attempts. Pasquarelli, tough shot. But again, Daughtry chases down the offensive rebound.
On the glass every time.
He's reading it so well. He's the first one to the ball. Hesitation dribble, Lewis to the basket.
Lewis is so good. He can go both ways, as we saw right there.
Still 15 seconds on the shot clock. Daughtry rolling to the basket. Finding Price in the corner and ring that one up.
Big time play. Price got
under a minute and a half to go in the first half. Freeman trying to turn the corner. Ojo pops out. Marist and Daughtry all over the boards.
Yeah, this is where Reed Ducharme's got.
Under a minute to play, first half. Elijah Lewis has been a big part of the offense. Price will try another. That one's too strong. Gavin Doty the rebound.
Big possession for.
Here's Lewis working against Doty.
Beautiful play. Beautiful play. Great setup on the baseline by Pasquarelli.
High scorer in the game. Pasquarelli and Lewis each with 8 in the first half. Jaden Collins-Roberts also was in foul trouble and was limited in that first half. Again, Marist on the off 10.5 minutes in the first half with his 2 fouls. He has not scored. The only Marist starter to not score. Pasquarelli now has 10.
So good. So much balance for Pasquarelli.
Through, off balance, awkward looking shot, and a good rebound by Price. Here's Collins-Roberts with a little hop in his step. Knocked away, though, and taken by Schultz.
Got to find a way to get Coyle the basket here. Get him moving.
They left Doty wide open for 3.
He might have been too open, Pat. He might have been.
Has it poked away, loose, falls to the floor, comes back up with it. Shot clock at 6. Doty gets open, near the top. Can't get the roll. Jaden Daughtry thought about it for a moment. He's going to lob it into the post. Price turns, blocked from behind by Wilmoth.
Good defense, because that could have gone either way. Price had him sealed. Good defense.
Elijah Lewis coming up with that one. Fresh shot clock. Price from the foul line. Can't handle the offensive rebound.
That's what's open against summertime.
They're right there in the middle of the pack in the MAC. They're in a 5-way tie for 5th place, at least at the start of today. And Price took his eye off the defender, Doty, trying to go coast.
That's where Price is in the post, and he was so loose with the ball, they just took it from him.
Price off the jab step, made the defender fall, and knocks down the 3.
It's a big time. I like this change of tempo right here. Put the pressure on.
Pull-up jumper. Good looking stroke there by Trey Salton.
That's where Wilmoth has got to come out and challenge the shooting.
Freeman against Collins-Roberts. Trying to muscle his way inside. Wilmoth will try another one. That comes up short. Collins-Roberts the rebound.
I'm not sure that's just knocking shots down. Has the best mid-range game probably on the team outside of Pasquarelli, and he's showing it tonight.
Above his season average, 14 points now for Elijah Lewis. Coyle chases down the rebound. Strong drive by Wilmoth to the basket.
Nice drive. Nice drive by Wilmoth.
For Brendan Coyle, who had averaged over 20 over his previous 4. Lewis this time passes into the low post. Another block for Miles Wilmoth. Here's the press again. Collins-Roberts into the front court 3-on-1. Price off of the pump fake. Gives it off for Collins-Roberts, and that's a good time for Collins-Roberts to score his first 2 points of the game.
Just as we said, got to keep that activity in this half-court zone like you have in the traps with your active hands.
Daughtry fires and hits.
Too easy. They're not putting nearly enough pressure on them.
Up short. Marist has numbers if they hurry. Daughtry to the basket. Rocks the rim. Now they have the ball in the hands of Pasquarelli, which is where they want it. They run at him. Price rolling to the basket. And that's a foul inside. Again, Doty takes another. Pasquarelli has it. Eyes the shot clock, makes his move. Price, another one. No. Good rebound by Freeman, and he's fouled, and Marist is in the penalty. Just to make it a 2-possession game. Can't finish. And they foul Jackson Price. Freeman looks off the pass. Wilmoth contested 3. That's off the mark. And Lewis is fouled.
That's not a good shot. That's where you have